What's up, everyone? Today we're going to talk about the crossbow, and by we, I mean my friend Icebox, who is an amazing crossbow player, easily one of the best in North America, and we're going to go through his build and kind of walk through the combos he uses, what he likes and dislikes, and he's going to allow to kind of share his knowledge with us because he's been so gracious. So give some gratitude back to him, and go follow him on Twitch at twitch.tv/icebox and check him out. In the meantime, I'm going to walk through the abilities real fast of the crossbow, and then we'll let him take over and walk through all the combos that he likes and the setups that he likes to run. So with the crossbow, you have the basic attack. This is it. The important thing to note is that when you are attacking, you cannot move. Right now I'm pressing my WASD keys and I cannot move. So that's really important to know about fighting with and against a crossbow user. The Q is called Rain the Bolts. You fire a salvo of 5 bolts into the air that rains down on your enemies, dealing 40% physical damage each in an area, and inflicts a 1.5 second fading snare. Now that snare is the important thing about that. That's what it looks like, and if they get hit by it, they are damaged, but the slow is the big thing because that helps you with your snapshot, the second ability. Fire a quick bolt that deals 75% damage, interrupts casts, and inflicts a 2-second fading snare. Now again, the interrupts cast is an important takeaway, as well as the slow. This is what it looks like. So with the basics of the weapon covered, let's go ahead and let Icebox take over.
Well, usually if the fight starts off medium range, I run Chaos Barrier just for reaction time, because most people are running Chaos Follies, so it's almost mandatory to run some type of barrier. But if they're not shooting any projectile at me, it's usually I just throw a Q at them, and honestly most of the time it never hits. It's more of a zoning tool. Most of the time it doesn't. If it hits, that's a win. What it forces players to do is it forces players to actually go one direction.
Right.
And you need to, in that split second, figure out which direction they're going, and then you either land an easy auto attack or the E ability.
Okay.
The E doesn't do that much damage. It's more for poke, and it's another slow. So they're slowed, and then you can try to go for another auto attack, but most likely they're gonna use a barrier. So here I'm gonna throw my Q out at you, and you just go a certain direction. Hopefully I don't miss first try. It just forces you to direction, and then I try to land my E poke. Okay, go any direction you want, just maybe not backpedal. It's either left or right. And just like that.
Just like that.
Because you're trying to get out of that zone. So I got an easy E off of you because I know the direction you're leaving. So that's pretty much a QE combo.
Alright, so you said you wanted to talk about running the axe?
Yeah, I've been running it all morning. Pretty much like since I got on it in the morning, and I've just been running it non-stop, and I think I've come to the conclusion that I like it more than the Reaper. Though the Reaper's fun, but the axe just does so much damage when you land that.
Instead of going for like the slow, you just go for the end cap into the crossbow. Q.
Yeah, correct. Or the same way we were talking about throwing the crossbow Q into the E, like follow-up, seeing the direction they're running. What I've been doing is when I see them running a direction, I throw the axe E instead. And it catches people a majority of the time.
Okay.
That's pretty much, that's like what you're doing mid-fight a lot. That's the most damage you can do, at least with the build.
And are you still running Purgatory Chaos Barrier with that?
It's gonna throw off your video a lot, but I've actually been enjoying Spectral Assassin.
Yeah?
Because, right, it forces people to run a certain direction, same thing. So when you're running away from it, I can aim the direction you're going. Running Spectral Assassin, and then secondary can be anything defensive, like Chaos Barrier, Mist, even Frost Barrier, just any defensive ability. You can even go Blood Right. Right, Mist is good for distancing too. And I know you're a fan of Mist. So what you do is you miss, right, and then you land on top of them, and then you can throw the Q auto and couple autos in, and then so throw your Spectral Assassin, see the direction they're running, and then throw the E. And then usually after like you land that combo, what are they gonna do? They might try to throw their own ability, and that's when your defensive ability comes in, whatever one you want. And fights are always about mixing it up. So like sometimes you'll throw the Q into the X, E, or sometimes you can throw your normal Q into the quick auto E. Snapshot.
Right.
Just mix it up in the middle of a fight. It's all about kiting. You can't be too aggressive with shooting the crossbow because players do run barrier, and that's why I actually cancel a lot of the times, because if you cancel, they're either gonna barrier or they're gonna try to throw an ability at you and assume you're gonna be standing still. So I think that's my biggest tip. So, and then for the dash, okay, so I've recently been trying illusion out and liking it, and I think you have a video about how it just allows you to reposition. So with the dash, I've been able to dash out, and you could take a shot and go back if you want. You are able to do one shot with this.
So it's nice for like that continuous like kind of kiting that you were talking about.
Right.
Honorable
For,
mentions. Okay.
for people that like frost, because some people don't know that the crossbow shoots a frost arrow that counts as a chill.
All right, and then for the last thing, for kind of like the basic combos that you like, walk through whatever else you use.
So let's say mid-fight, I try to do that combo with the QE, but I realize maybe you backpedal, so it's kind of hard to hit the E, so I'm gonna attempt it. And you're like, you can go a certain direction, and if I know I'm gonna miss E, my Q's on cooldown, so I use Purgatory to get the slow off, and you're gonna see your character get slowed right now. And that forces people to go also a certain direction, and they're slowed, so it's easier for you to land an E or a quick auto attack. Let's say that. If you want to cover a lot of ground and you know that their dash is on cooldown, you can go for you can cover a lot of ground with Purgatory and Q and E at the same time, depending on what's off cooldown. So go ahead and leave Purgatory, and I'll be able to cover a lot of ground. Like, there's just a lot of space that you're gonna get hit by something. Alright, and since all of these are AoEs, that's a big one. If people are running barrier, the Q does go through barrier. And let's see, we didn't talk about ultimates. Let's see. For the ultimates, I do like Heart Strike, especially if you are running Brute. I think Heart Strike just allows you to reposition really well, since you go through the target, and it sends you really far, and you get to heal any damage you took. Honestly, you can run a lot of ults, different types of ults with Crossbow. Because Crossbow, if you can time it where their dash is down, and you do manage to land any type of slow, whether that's a Q or E, you can land a lot of different types of ults. You can land a Heart Strike. I even messed with Mirror Strike, since the player isn't moving. If you land an E, you can easily throw a Mirror Strike when they're not moving, and that would melt them, and they don't have any dash. You can Arctic Leap on them. That's a lot of people's favorite ability. They're slowed from the Crossbow E, and it's very easy to land Arctic Leap freeze on them. I would go with Heart Strike, Mirror Strike, Merciless Charge, or Arctic Leap. So my go-to blood type would be Rogue or Brute, if you're running especially Brute if you're running the Purgatory build, because the amount of healing and the Brute blood does increase your attack speed. Attack speed does the crossbow does benefit from attack speed, and the auto attacks will heal you a lot since it's a lifesteal from brute blood. But if you like to be more aggressive, then you can run rogue, and since crossbow is all about kiting, rogue has the reduced dash cooldown, which is amazing for kiting. And also anytime you dash, you get the 100% crit, which means your auto attacks can crit, even your E ability can crit. And if you're running rogue, then you would be running the purple necklace, the crit chance and crit damage increase. I still haven't tested this yet, but the wicked necklace, the 10% attack speed necklace, I don't think is that good, but I think it would be fun with brute. Just a full out attack speed build.
Kind of rapid fire build.
Yeah. Now, if you are running the Chaos Volley build, again, Scholar is just too good to pass up. Because you're slowing them and you're recasting Chaos Volleys. And then if you're running Scholar and running Chaos Volley, it's almost mandatory to run the Frozen Crypt Spell Power Necklace. Spell Crit Necklace, yeah.
And that's the crossbow build. If you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. And please, please, please go check out Icebox at twitch.tv/Icebox. He's an amazing streamer. And if you want to know more about the crossbow build, honestly, go reach out to him because he's going to know a lot more about it than I will. I am still a learner, just like all of you. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.